All right, so would you like to know what the top 13 best-selling cities are outside of the city and county of Denver? The most popular cities and towns where the majority of people want to move to and buy houses and or work there. What are those top 13 areas? Well, in this video, I'm gonna do the top 7 cities on the south side of I-70. Hi, my name is Jeff Boyce, and I've been a local Denver realtor here for 20 plus years, and I've lived here in Denver since 1979. I've lived here forever, and I love this city. It's so cool. I've actually lived in a lot of these cities and can tell you from a first-hand experience, some of them are great areas. I've lived in Arvada, I've lived in Westminster, I've lived in Littleton, I've lived in Denver, I've lived in Aurora in many houses over there. It's really a neat part of town. I've lived in Centennial and more. And I'm going to give you a personalized view of what it's really like to live in Denver. And then in this video, what are the top selling cities on the south half of town? Let me first start by saying that the city and county of Denver is huge. It's ginormous huge. Denver itself is 155 square miles, and the suburban cities with Denver contribute 755 square miles. Now let's put that in comparison, for example, with the city of Los Angeles, which only has 505 square miles. So the whole Denver metro area is about 25% bigger than Los Angeles. It's actually a very big area to live in, which is why it's so important to try to pick a home that's affordable, beautiful, and nice for you, that's closer to your work so you don't have to drive so far in rush hour traffic. So I'm constantly being contacted by people either by email or I get calls and texts wanting more information about where their job is and what I think, what part of town I would recommend. A lot of folks relocating here have already spoke with a lender, so you already know what you can afford here, so we can match your pre-qualification letter to these specific neighborhoods, hopefully very close to where you work and where you want to play. It's very important here in Denver because our traffic is kind of bad. And just to give you an idea on traffic, you can go from the far west part of town, which is like the Golden Lakewood area, and drive all the way across I-70 to the far east part of town, like Aurora or Denver International Airport. And as long as it's not rush hour traffic, you can do that in about 30 or 35 minutes. But if you do that in rush hour traffic, you're probably talking about an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half. Again, depending on traffic and if there's wrecks or not. It's the exact same figure going from north to south or south to north. It's about an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes in rush hour traffic, and about 30 to 35 minutes north to south without rush hour traffic. So it's very important for you to understand where's your job located and what cities will match what you're ideally looking for, both entertainment and recreation wise. So let's take a look at these suburban cities and see what they offer you in terms of affordability, plus the fun stuff there. So if you've got specific questions, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, or give me a call, and I'll be glad to help answer any questions you might have. I'll try to help make your move much easier and much smoother and less of a headache for you if you'll just give me some advance notice where your job's going to be, and then we can match you up with cities around there that will be affordable and also have the quality of home that you're looking for. Okay, let's go over some of the pros and cons of these cities, and also let me say that the term popular means that more people are buying homes in these cities than any other part of town or any other city. Popular simply means that people are buying more homes there. All right, here's one last fact. The city of Denver last year had 6,760 single-family homes with 3+ bedrooms or more sold last year. Pretty interesting. But the suburban cities around Denver actually had 21,700 homes sold last year. So there were about 3.5 to 4 times as many homes sold from a popularity standpoint in the suburban cities than the city and county of Denver itself. And you're probably asking yourself, Jeff, why is that? Why do people buy homes there as opposed to Denver? Is there something wrong with Denver? And it's not that there's anything wrong with Denver, but Denver was the first part of the city. And a lot of those homes have very small square footage. The majority of them are those ranch bungalow type homes with square footages starting at about 700 square feet. And a lot of them, even including basements, sometimes only have maybe 1,400 to 1,500 total square feet with a basement. And a lot of people don't want that style of home. They want a bigger, newer, more modern home. The 2 stories, the tri-levels, the bi-level homes, the raised ranch homes that we have here. Almost all of our homes in the Denver metro area have basements. So you get a lot more square footage when you go out into the suburbs. They've got more modern floor plans, they've got more modern appliances, and functionally, they're designed better. They're newer designs. It's what everybody wants to live in. And some of them are practically built brand new. And that's why everybody wants to live in the Denver suburbs, oftentimes as opposed to Denver itself. The #1 best-selling suburban city is Aurora, Colorado. By far and above, blows away the competition. Aurora, which borders Denver on the east side of the metro area, Aurora is giant huge. It's virtually as big as Denver with 154 square miles. And it has 3,500 plus residents, whereas Denver has about 663,000 residents. So Denver has about twice the population, but Aurora is very popular. And 4,790 homes sold, nearly 5,000 homes sold, making it the #1 selling city outside of Denver. I do an entire video devoted to Aurora. It's so big, so check it out later on my other playlist. Aurora sometimes gets a bad rap because we had a shooting a number of years ago, and they've had some bad PR, unfortunately, in Aurora. But the amazing thing is that it's a great place to live. My oldest son and daughter-in-law just bought their first home there last year. When I got married, I bought my first home there in Aurora in the late 1980s and started my family life there. I've actually owned 3 other homes in Aurora in 3 different zip codes. I really like it there, and the homes and neighborhoods there are great. It's just too bad Aurora gets such a bad rap, as a lot of those cities are really kid-central and very nice. Aurora is still growing with the Anschutz and Children's Hospital and VA Hospital built right at 225 and Colfax in the Anschutz Medical Center there, along with the Amazon Fulfillment Warehouse. The upper half of Aurora is mostly the Aurora Public Schools, and the south part of Aurora is the renowned Cherry Creek School District. Most of Aurora is in Arapahoe County, and Aurora is super popular. It boasts the #2, #3, and #4 best-selling zip codes in all of the Denver metro area, including Denver itself. And those are 80013, 80015, and 80016. And those 3 zip codes account for 15% of the total suburban home sales in the entire Denver area last year. The overall median price of an Aurora home is about $357,000. But it's got lots of neighborhoods starting in the 230s to 250s, which makes it very amazing and very affordable for many people. The next part of town is the southeast and south part of town, and that includes Centennial, Parker, Highlands Ranch, and Castle Rock, Colorado. Centennial is a very popular area with 1,505 single-family homes sold there last year. That makes it the #6 most popular in home sales in the entire Denver metro area. Centennial has a wide variety of homes, both the older 1970s and 80s homes on the central and west part of town. In the older part of Centennial, the stuff over on the west side of I-25. These homes here start at about $425,000 or so. Lots of 2 stories in here, built in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. But the ranch style homes here and tri-level and bi-level homes all have some really neat and unusual floor plans that are actually quite modern for their time, and they're still neat floor plans now, which make these neighborhoods so popular. Centennial itself had 1,505 homes sold last year. And these are real cool neighborhoods over here. And the nearly brand new homes on the far southwest part of Centennial by the Saddle Rock Ridge area and the newer Southlands Mall area. The Piney Creek area here in these beautiful homes, almost all of these are 3-bedroom and newer homes here. We're in the Cherry Creek School District, and Piney Creek is actually the #1 selling subdivision in Centennial, all of Centennial. Centennial's about 20 miles long from east to west, real thin. And Centennial is in Arapahoe County and the highly rated Cherry Creek schools. Below Centennial are the 3 popular Douglas County cities of Parker, Highlands Ranch, and Castle Rock. These 3 cities are very family oriented, especially with the Douglas County schools being some of the top 5 best schools and school districts in the entire state of Colorado. Because these cities are so popular, I do a separate video on each one of these on my YouTube channel, so make sure you check those out. Parker has the #1 best-selling zip code in the entire Denver metro area, and that is 80134. 80134 outsells every other zip code in the Denver area. It has about 1,475 single-family homes sold there last year. Now there's also zip code 80138 on the west side of Parker Road, and combined, these 2 Parker zip codes had 2,025 single-family home sales last year, making Parker the #3 best-selling city behind Littleton and Aurora. The overall median price in Parker is $475,000. Compare that to Denver at about $430,000. So it's quite a bit more expensive in Parker, but Parker's a great newer city. There are homes in the Cottonwood subdivision with prices starting at around $300,000 or so, and the Stonegate subdivision starting at about $400,000. The reason for Parker's popularity is that most of the homes there are newer and nicer and have far more modern floor plans. And about 75% of Parker is less than 20 to 25 years old, so Parker is almost brand new. Highlands Ranch on the west side of I-25 is known locally as the best place to raise a family, and actually had 1,400 single-family home sales there last year, making it the #8 most popular in the entire Denver metro area. It's located just minutes from the Park Meadows Mall, which is known as the best mall in the state of Colorado. Great area right next to Lone Tree, Colorado. Here are some more Highlands Ranch homes. Nice cul-de-sac here. Actually, the median price of a Highlands Ranch home is actually $480,000, which is still pretty darn good. Again, this neighborhood just a little bit more expensive, but again, very nice. Highlands Ranch homes start at about $375,000 to $400,000, but the availability of inventory of homes there is typically very low. We have very low home inventory. And I swear, if we had twice the homes for sale, Highlands Ranch would probably go from the 8th best-selling city to about the number 2, 3, or 4 best-selling city. It's that popular, but there just aren't that many homes for sale in Highlands Ranch. Then there's the gorgeous Castle Rock, which is just down I-25, about 10 minutes just south of Parker and Highlands Ranch. The Meadows subdivision and Founders Village subdivision up on the hill above Castle Rock were the number 9 best-selling parts of town last year at 1,280 homes sold. The median price of a home in Castle Rock is about $472,000, and there's tons of new builder homes there. Parker and Castle Rock actually have available land, and they're actually doing a lot of new home builder homes, and you're able to go in those same neighborhoods and find homes that are 2, 3, 4 years old and newer. Great for many of you if you're looking for a newer home. The majority of Castle Rock's homes were built in the last 15 years, so it's really considered a newer city, and there's many more popular modern floor plans for you to choose from. Also, it's 30 miles to downtown Denver in no rush hour traffic and 40 miles to Colorado Springs. Again, no rush hour traffic. So it's actually, depending on where, if you're living on the south side of town, Castle Rock might be a great alternative for you. Then, in the far southwest suburban area of Denver is Littleton, and Littleton is a huge city. It's over 50 square miles itself and has 3 super popular areas: the Ken Carl area, the Columbine area, and then the Roxborough area just south of that and south of Chatfield Reservoir, which is one of our most popular big reservoirs in town, that and Cherry Creek. Littleton has the number 2 overall home sales with 2,205 homes sold there last year with all the combined zip codes. The median price there is about $438,000, and most of Littleton is in the Jefferson County schools. The homes in Littleton start at about $325,000 to $330,000 and go all the way up to about $1 million in Littleton. Well, that rounds out the top selling cities in the south part of Denver, below I-70. Again, reach out to me anytime, call me, text me, or email me, and tell me what part of town your job's going to be and or what part of town you might want to relocate to, and I'd be glad to help you too. I'd be glad to help you narrow your search and find the perfect neighborhood and find your perfect dream home when you move out here to the Denver metro area. So if you have questions and you know where you're going to be working, I can help you find a beautiful house really close to that, that's affordable. And if you want a newer, more remodeled home, I know where to find those. Or a big yard, I know where to find those. Or new construction, or where the better school districts are. I can help you with all that. There are totally different areas in the Denver metro area, and I'm glad to help you narrow down your search to one of those great neighborhoods too. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, please subscribe below. I really appreciate that. And you can see all my other videos and all my new videos as I do them. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. And like I said, I'm glad to help you on your relocation out here, and I believe I can help you find the perfect home in the perfect neighborhood too. Thanks again. This is Jeff Boyce.